What's going on, everybody? Dennis the Menace here, and welcome back to the channel. The time has finally come. I put some of these clams together that I got in the UV blacklight video where we went out at 5 a.m. and went hunting these calcite clams in the road there in the spot that we find them in at nighttime in the dark with the UV flashlights, and it went really well. Found a lot of cool stuff, especially that really cool one there in the thumbnail video of the video, you know, the night I went hunting. But that was super cool. But I actually found some things off camera after I stopped filming whenever it got, you know, light outside or whatever, and we couldn't use the UV light anymore. But check this thing out. These things are really cool. And go ahead and do me a favor, man. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I got some really cool stuff coming. Like I said, I've been slacking lately, man. We went to the river and we went hunting agatized coral and found some really cool stuff, and probably some stuff that you never even seen before. I promise you that. But check this out right here. I'm going to show you these few. I took a few of these calcite clams out, separated them, and just showing you some of the best stuff, and also what I found off camera that'll blow your mind. All right, check these out right here. Alright, like I said, these are just some of the cooler finds that we found out there. This is one of the clams here. This is actually a half a clam. You know, it's got the limestone matrix on the backside. But you can see the calcite crystals there. Super cool, nice little pocket. The thing that sucks about these is they get beat up, because this actually isn't actually coming from a mine. The material comes from the mine, but it gets moved around in the back of a dump truck, and you know, it gets scooped up, dumped in a dump truck, driven, you know, miles and miles away, and then dumped on the ground again, and then spread out. Then we get, you know, then we get access to these things. So, you know, they're gonna be a little beat up. This is another whole clam, or a whole side anyway. The, you know, it's actually still stuck in the matrix. Some really cool looking stuff. But that was a cool one, and that also has a nice little pocket in there. You can see the calcite crystals. I'll show you this one. This one's really neat. That one's a super, and that's just a chunk. That was just a whole calcite clam, and apparently it was broken by the machine. But this is how we found it, just sitting there, chilling. Just a whole chunk of calcite. Unbelievable. That's a cool one right there, man. That's a really nice piece. I love these. I mean, like I said, sometimes you can find these whole clams like this, and you can see that, you know, there's not really, like, maybe you'll just see this little bit right here, and it's a whole, you know, a double-sided clam. If you bust that thing, I mean, you're liable to get something like this that comes out of there that is way more cool. But those are some really nice, big, chunky, those are really big, chunky calcite crystals there, man. Those are huge. I'll go ahead and show you the one from the thumbnail. So you saw me find this thing and then put it in rinse it off in a little creek there, and that thing looked amazing. But man, cleaned up, it is, I mean, phenomenal. I mean, you see how big this thing is in my hand. Those are really tall calcite crystals. Those are awesome. But like I said, once again, I mean, they're kind of beat up. They got the little white stuff on there, the scuffs. But that is an amazing piece. May be able to polish those scuffs out of there, honestly. These anyway, because it's flat right here. But super cool piece, man. I mean, that's a, you know, and it sits up, stands up like that. Another cool little chunk here. Just a busted piece. That's actually where the clam closes together on the end there, where it pinches together. That's the end piece there. But I mean, once again, this piece is just broke. Just a broken, really cool, beautiful calcite. You can see through it. You see how translucent it is. Super nice piece. Really cool. Whoopsie. Here's another clam. Now these are actually cool how they do this. Well, you'll get a half a clam. Well, this is actually a whole clam. You'll get the clam here, and then like one whole side is like one big calcite geode. And this actually has some of like the cloudy looking calcite in it. And you can see the shapes there. I'll zoom in. You can see that calcite there, and then it goes to the honey calcite, which is the yellow. But super cool little geode. It actually has some of the big, like the dogtooth calcite crystals in there. Those are super big. The little fatties. But that's a cool one too. That's another one that I found here. This one has super dark calcite in there, but it's actually like little windows. Like, you really can't. You got the limestone on this side, and somehow it formed in the pocket there, and it's super dark. Super, super dark calcite. Super cool too. Got another little geode right here. That's a cool one there. Limestone on the back. That one has like a little cave in there. Super cool looking. It's a cool one. Here's a double clam. We call these doubles when they got the shell on both sides, but this one doesn't have like the big crystals inside there. It's got more of like the limestone matrix in there, but it has these really cool little sprays of calcite on the outside here and right here. Super cool. And then like little calcite clusters just around the edge of the shell. It's super cool looking. This one here is really the same way, and I like how that one stands up too. That one stands up pretty cool. This one's the same thing. It's got a little limestone base there, but it's the same thing right here. It's a double clam, and it just has like some of the little calcite formations here, almost like little like calcite flower formations. They're like these little balls with spray coming off of them like little spikes. This is that big chunk that you saw in the video that I found. This one really didn't clean up well at all. That one's really scuffed up. But that is a fat chunk of calcite. Super cool looking. I mean, whenever they break like this and you'll see the rainbow. See the rainbow right there? So you'll get the rainbows all in here, which is really cool. But when there's that much crystal exposed, man, they get super scuffed up. But that is super cool. This is one that I found here where it almost looks like druzy. It's like little tiny calcite druzy crystals. Which, I mean, druzy is normally in quartz, obviously. If you watch my videos, you'll know that. But, man, this thing is crazy looking. I mean, the whole thing is just covered. Let's see if I can zoom in on those. Super cool little calcite points. All in there. I love these. I have another one that looks really cool like this, actually. Cool little piece. That's another little one that I found that was pretty cool. Just had crystals going all around the side there. Goes on inside. Oh. Comes with its own little standing base. It's pretty cool. Got another little halfer here. That one got scuffed up pretty bad too. It sucks too because those are pretty cool crystals in there. Got some pretty big chunks in there. But it got scuffed. But save the best for last. This thing. This is a giant chunk of a whale rib bone. This thing is over 2 million years old. Pull that thing to the side there. And you can see some of it like calcified. It started to calcify there in the bone structure, in the porous material. Super cool looking, but man, you can actually see, you know, the whale bones are like this because the whales are so heavy. The bones are porous, you know, to make the animal lighter, to where it can actually, you know, swim easier, you know, because they're huge, obviously. It actually has the limestone matrix still attached. Really cool stuff. I'm actually going to cut this flat on the bottom to where it stands up, and it actually has some calcite crystals growing on it, so that is cool as well. But this thing is awesome. I mean, it's huge. It probably weighs about 12 pounds or so, maybe 15 pounds. It's just, you know what I mean, the bone itself is only like a foot long. But check this thing out, man. Super cool looking. You know, it almost looks like agatized dinosaur bone, the way dinosaur bone agatizes. But super cool piece, man. It's definitely one of my cooler pieces. It's the biggest piece of bone I've got anyway. This thing is huge. I mean, look at this thing compared to my hand. I only grabbed the front of it. But super cool piece. Alright, man, that is it for now. Like I said, stay tuned for my next videos. Hit subscribe, and if you do, hit that bell notification right down here in the corner of this, and change it to all notifications. That way, every time I post a new video, you get the notification there on your phone. But stay tuned. Like I said, we've been doing agatized coral hunting. I think we have one more clam hunt video that I'm posting next, and then we're going to the agatized coral. I've already got all that stuff soaked and cleaned. So if you want to, check out my page on Facebook. I'll put a link in the description to my Facebook page, Dennis D. Menace, and check that out. Go ahead and give that page a follow, because I mean, a lot of times I post videos and little videos, little geos and stuff that I find, stuff that doesn't make it to these videos, I'll post there, and it's a lot of really cool stuff. So but stay tuned for the next video, and it's gonna be out soon. So, and I'm going to the mountain soon too, so I'm gonna be doing videos of agate hunting up there in Georgia. So stay tuned. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.